Yo, what's good, people? It is June 10th, and we are 1 day removed from Pacquiao Bradley. Now, I haven't made a video in a while, you know, just had to see just recently, and that's been taking up a lot of my time, along with obviously what you see behind me. But I've been obviously, you know, I always keep up to date with, you know, boxing and everything that's going on, from Paul Williams, which is a sad story, and obviously the whole Lamont Peterson situation, the Andre Berto situation. So I mean, I've been keeping up to date. But what I saw last night is nothing short of a travesty. Anybody who believes that that fight wasn't a fix is completely out of their mind. You know, I'm DJing last night, and I pretty much set up the stream because I didn't buy the fight. I set up a stream, brought an extra laptop, and had like a whole crowd around just watching this fight. Now, mind you, these are filled with boxing fans and novice, casual boxing fans that were watching this. So, lo and behold, we're watching this fight, and it's just a clear win for Manny Pacquiao. You know, not very eventful in the sense, you know, punches were landed. Pacquiao's punches seemed to be the more effective and were landing more. And, you know, I'm in between, you know, it gets to a point where the 12th round comes. And not that I'm not paying attention to the fight, but the 12th round comes, and it's like, okay, minus a knockout from Bradley, this fight's over. So, you know, I'm, you know, mixing, doing my thing, and I just look to the right of me where, you know, I had the laptop set up, and I see Timothy Bradley, like, waving his hands, like, I'm like, is he happy he lost? You know what I'm saying? And then I look at it, and they're giving him the belt, because, you know, I didn't have the audio on, which, for those people who are saying, oh, well, you need to turn the audio off, because I've seen some people make videos where they're saying that the commentary from HBO was biased. I watched this fight with no commentary at all. I saw nothing but action, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So the whole night I'm just sitting there trying to think, like, either I completely forgot how to judge boxing, or I was in the twilight zone, and for 45 minutes I was somewhere else watching a completely different fight and got brought back to reality and was given this decision. But based on the reaction of everybody else that was watching the fight, I knew you know, I wasn't on bath salt. You know, Timothy Bradley did not win this fight. Clearly, I've seen fights now. I've seen fights that have been judged poorly. Okay, I've seen fights that have been very close and were given to the fighter who I believe didn't win the fight. But there is no fight. And maybe the only fight I can relate to this. And obviously, you know, I don't want to mention Paul Williams in a bad light, but the fight that he had with Erislandy Lara almost mirrored this. But the fight stinks, man. Or the event and the things that occurred for this decision to be made. You know, them talking about rematches or rematch before this fight even got underway, and then Bob Arum after the fight saying, well, I'll make a ton of money in the rematch, but the call of the fight was a disgrace. That, more than anything, leads me to believe that there's a definite fix in this fight. I think it's a travesty to boxing in itself, because look, man, let's keep it real. Boxing has gotten a bad rap for the last several years, mainly due to the fact that we still haven't seen Mayweather Pacquiao. these horrible decisions, which this can get thrown maybe at the top, and you know, the popularity just not being there anymore, and we're given these sucker pay-per-views that, you know, we're supposed to buy, and you know, because we're hardcore boxing fans and we gotta like buy anything that boxing gives us. It's bullshit. And you know, we're thrown this, man, and it really, it's a travesty to the fans, because the fans are the ones who dish out the $70, or you know, if you're buying HD pay-per-view. But you know, I made it a note to not buy this fight because of the fact that, hey, I wasn't really impressed with the undercard, and this was a fight that I didn't want, not that I didn't want to see it, but I wasn't going to dish out $70 to see it, and I'm glad I didn't. But I'm really trying. I've watched this fight now 3 times, you know, just to be fair, you know, just to look at the fight from different point of views and perspectives, and there's nothing that I see in those 3 viewings that sways me away to pick Timothy Bradley as the winner of this fight. Absolutely none, man. Almost to the point where I want to actually apply for the Nevada State Athletic Commission to get a job as a judge, man, because it seems as if like anybody can be a judge. You know, I mean, seriously. I'm disgusted, yo. This is really pathetic. You know, I've seen a lot of people post the videos that, you know, have the same sentiments as I do, and then you're gonna have these idiots that are, you know, fucking blowing Mayweather's dick and, you know, trying to justify why Pacquiao wasn't given the decision. But you know, you take it for what it is. You know, they're fucking idiots. But as a boxing fan, man, I'm embarrassed, yo. This is completely ridiculous. You know, we're gonna see a rematch. They're gonna make this whole big hoopla about the controversy, but I'm not buying it, man. There's obviously a fix, and I'm not gonna fucking give my hard-earned money to this motherfucker Bob Arum anymore, man. It's pathetic, completely pathetic. And not saying I'm like totally like not gonna watch boxing anymore, because it's almost like an addiction like most of us have. You know, I'm gonna watch Chavez Jr. and Andy Lee, but even that fight, thinking about this, kind of scares me. You know, because, you know, Andy Lee's not a bum, man, and it's almost like, you know, you wouldn't be surprised if Andy Lee outboxes him, and then Chavez is given like a 118-110 a lopsided decision, man, and it'll just fall right in line with all the bullshit that we've been having to deal with. And you know, truth be told, man, this year's been a very shitty year in boxing, man. Like I said, with the Peterson and Khan situation, and then the Berto and Ortiz situation, and you know, and like I mentioned with Paul Williams, and just the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight still not happening. It's just a roller coaster of craziness and bullshit that I don't think us as fans and consumers, because we are consumers as well, we don't need to be dealing with this bullshit. So let me know what you think. I had Manny Pacquiao winning this fight, 117-111, clear decision. No disputing of how this could have gone to Tim Bradley, and it really leaves a huge black eye on the sport, man. And it's almost like a mockery of what was once a prestigious sport in the eyes of the general public, you know, along with the hardcore boxing fans. So let me know what you think in the comments of what you thought about the fight, and we'll chop it up, man. Peace.